Hi there everybody, I'm Rosslyn, and welcome to episode 2 in my Let's Play series of Choose Your Own Adventure, number 19 in the Bantam-Skylark series, The Tower of London. So this is me in this book. A young lad holding eccentric things. See this guy at the start, over by the gate to the Tower of London. This summer, you and your parents take a trip to England. While you're in London, you visit your British pen pal, Rodney, for a few days. Rodney and his family live in a very special place. An apartment built right into the outer wall of the Tower of London. Rodney's father is a yeoman warder, a guard at the tower. He explains that the tower isn't just one tower, it's 22 towers in all. And there are all sorts of things to see. Castles and dungeons and moats, not to mention the crown jewels, ravens and ghosts. Ghosts? Yes, like the two little princes, Rodney tells you. The evil uncle, King Richard, had them murdered centuries ago. Now all three of them haunt the place. And Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII, says Rodney's sister Sheila. She haunts Tower Green, carrying her head under her arm. Did he believe in ghosts, you say? But secretly you're not so sure. The ghosts of the tower walk after midnight, Rodney says in his spookiest voice. Then he adds in a whisper, and tonight we'll go out and find one as soon as everyone else is sleeping. The clock is striking 12 as you quietly slip out the front door. You're not sure this is such a great idea, but you follow Rodney down a brick road and through an opening in the thick inner wall of the tower. Suddenly you hear footsteps. A guard, Rodney whispers. Hide. You turn to look for a hiding place. When you turn back, Rodney's gone. You hear a noise to your right. Is Rodney behind those trees? Or is that his shadow creeping along the stone wall? Here's my first choice before I made a run for the trees. However, and you do get to see a picture here, I also get to try and follow this creepy shadow. I'm definitely doing that this time. Let's follow that shadow. The shadow on the wall beckons. That must be Rodney, you think. And you follow the shadow to a doorway and into a room. It's cold inside and so dark you can't see your hand in front of your face. Where are you? You whisper. Here I am, my lad. A cruel voice croaks in your ear. And here you will stay, this time. A gloved hand grabs the back of your neck. Ooh, we get a picture of it too, eh? Like that. How horrible is that? Who are you? You stutter. You know very well who I am, the voice growls. I'm your loving Uncle Richard. Richard? That's the name of the king who had the young princes murdered so long ago. Oh no, this must be the ghost of the evil King Richard, and he thinks you're one of his nephews? If you scream for help, maybe Rodney or one of the guards will hear you and come to the rescue. But what if that makes Richard angry and he decides to kill you right away? So I get to yell for help or keep quiet. I mean, this guy seems like a basket case. I don't know if he's got a tangible physical presence. I should probably call for help here. Let's do that. This seems like a bad situation, you know? You take a deep breath and scream as loud as you can. Help! Something soft covers your head. Richard's cloak. Then everything goes black and you fall to the stone floor. The next thing you know, someone is shaking your shoulder. It's Rodney. First you sound the alarm with your screaming, he says, and then you take a nap? We have to get out of here before the guards arrive. I saw a ghost. You begin. There aren't any ghosts in this part of the tower, Rodney interrupts. You must have been dreaming. He's right. You must have fallen asleep and dreamed the whole thing. But then how did you get to this room? Sleepwalking? Well, you'd like to think it over, but Rodney hurries you away. Bloody Tar is a better place to look for ghosts, he says. Or what about Tar Green? You decide. So we can either go to Tower Green or Bloody Tower. I think Bloody Tower sounds suitably gory and grisly. Surely something delightful will happen here. Oh, as it turns out, Bloody Tower is not a good choice. Womp womp. Before you even get through the door, you run into the Chief Warder himself. Good evening, sir, says Rodney bravely. Don't you think seeing the tower after midnight gives you the flavour of the olden days? The flavour of the olden days is what you want, is it? The Chief Warder says thoughtfully. You two come with me. Where is he taking you? The dungeon? The torture chamber? The executioner's block? He's probably going to make us peel lots of tatties or something, I don't know. Right. Uh-oh. Yeah, here we go. Wrong. But I was sort of right. The armoury. He hands you each a can of metal polish and some rags and points you at hundreds of pounds of dirty old armour. This should keep you out of mischief and help you understand what life was like in the tower in the very olden days, he says. I'll see you in the morning. The end. Lame adventure complete. And that completes this full playthrough of... Who's it by? Oh yeah, The Tower of London by Susan Saunders. Marvellous. I hope you've enjoyed that adventure. I've enjoyed going on it. You do not have to donate, but if you'd like to, it does help me to get more game books. I have a Ko-fi link. I will stick it in the description. That's all I have to say about things, about the adventure, about anything. So I will be away for now. Toodaloo the noo. I hope to see you in another video. Bye.